Chicago Bears are trading quarterback Justin Fields to the Steelers. And the Bears reportedly getting a 6th-round pick that becomes a 4th-rounder based on playing time. Bears holding the #1 overall pick, and quarterback Caleb Williams considered the favorite candidate.
We finally reached the conclusion of one of the biggest sagas in the entire free agency period, as the fate of Justin Fields has officially been sealed. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going absolutely crazy, guys. So before we get to the content, we've been keeping you up to date with the latest and greatest NFL news. Make sure you drop, like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. Now that we get all that out of the way, look right over here, you'll see all of these wonderful human beings that have been able to make some money by playing Prize Picks. And I give away my picks for free each and every day on my Instagram at @TheFlightMike and Snapchat at FlightMikeSnap. And right now they're hooking up my subscribers fat when you use my promo code FlightMike when you sign up for Prize Picks. And thank you, Prize Picks, for the sponsor. Mike Chuck 1212. What's going on, everybody? This offseason has been insane for Chicago Bears fans, and particularly for Pittsburgh Steelers fans. In the case of the Chicago Bears, they had a big decision to make. Do you either keep Justin Fields and continue building the pieces around him, especially because you have his top wide receiver saying this?
Somebody asked me that last week. I'm still like, bruh, where are y'all seeing this? Like, what makes him not the quarterback for the Chicago Bears right now? I get y'all got everybody coming out. What, it's like 2 of them? I don't think they better than Justin, so they cool.
And you have the fans who want you to keep Justin Fields.
Echoing down here at Soldier Field.
Loud and clear, they're talking to Ryan Poles and Kevin Warren. We want Justin Fields. Don't go get another quarterback.
Or do you move on from Justin Fields, completely reset the clock with a brand new rookie scale contract, and start over with Caleb Williams, who people are calling the next coming of Patrick Mahomes? I personally felt like you couldn't go wrong here. You either trade the #1 overall pick for a plethora of draft picks and continue building around Justin Fields and figure out if he is your guy over the next 2 years, or you move on from Justin Fields and you reset the clock at the QB position and you have a brand new quarterback on a rookie scale contract over the next 5 years. The Chicago Bears were very aggressive in building an offense around whoever that next QB might be. You already have DJ Moore. They traded a 4th-round pick to get Keenan Allen coming off of his best season to date, and they also signed DeAndre Swift, who was coming off of a great season as well. So whoever was supposed to be the quarterback of this team next was in a pretty good situation. And ultimately, we found out who that quarterback is going to be. So yesterday, we found out that the Pittsburgh Steelers were trading Kenny Pickett to the Philadelphia Eagles because he didn't want to compete with Russell Wilson for the QB1 position, or he didn't want to be QB #2 behind Russell Wilson, which I personally thought was insane considering the fact that Russell Wilson's going to be turning 36 this year and is on a veteran minimum contract. But Kenny Pickett didn't want to deal with it, so the Pittsburgh Steelers shipped him out. They also lost Mason Rudolph, so the Pittsburgh Steelers only have 1 quarterback on the roster. They also have had a tumultuous offseason, to say the least, signing Russell Wilson to a veteran minimum $1.2 million contract, poaching Patrick Queen from the division rival Baltimore Ravens, which, by the way, he loves the fact that he's the villain now, apparently.
That man standing right there. I think just the organization itself, known for winning, known for great defense, and they got a bunch of stars over here. So I just wanted to come be a part of that, come be that extra piece to trying to win again. It's gonna be weird, but I mean, you know, I want to be that villain. I want to be that guy. So I'm looking to do some stuff to them.
And now it seems like the Pittsburgh Steelers officially got their backup behind Russell Wilson, because according to Ian Rappaport, the Chicago Bears are trading quarterback Justin Fields to the Steelers, sources say, a new QB into the competition. Before I give you guys the compensation, let me just remind you guys that Mel Kiper said Justin Fields' value is around here about a month ago.
You have no 2nd-round pick, so some maneuvering could take place there. And if you trade Justin Fields to Atlanta, you could get the 8th pick overall, so you could have 1, 8, and 9 Field and be able to recoup a 2nd-round pick by trading down with one of those 2 picks, either 8 or 9. So a lot of maneuverability for the Bears either way, Field. But if it's me, I'm taking Caleb Williams #1 and trading Justin Fields.
So this next part is going to be very shocking. All off season long, we thought that Justin Fields' value was at minimum a 2nd-round pick, maybe a 3rd-round pick. This is where it gets absolutely insane. All that the Pittsburgh Steelers are giving up in return is a conditional 2000 2025 sixth round pick that goes to a fourth round pick based on playing time, which is completely different than what we were originally anticipating. But you have to remember, the whole reason why the Pittsburgh Steelers were able to swing this trade to begin with was because the market for Justin Fields completely dried up.
There are teams out there that would rather pay all these other quarterbacks than Justin Fields. And so now he's sitting there, and it doesn't look like there's a starting job out there at this particular moment. And so the teams that are looking at him would be looking at him as a backup. And the Bears will have to wait to see what opportunities arise, but it certainly doesn't seem right now like anything is imminent with Justin Fields.
Originally, we thought he might get traded to the Atlanta Falcons, but they signed Kirk Cousins and he made him the 10th highest paid QB in the NFL. You thought that he might get traded to the Minnesota Vikings, but that's a division rival. It doesn't make sense for the Bears to trade him to the Vikings. And plus, the Vikings got Sam Darnold. I guess they have more confidence in Sam Darnold. Tampa Bay re-signed Baker Mayfield. As time went on, the options for Justin Fields became more and more limited, and it seemed more likely that he was going to be a backup for this upcoming season. Now, I said this in my video on Kenny Pickett. I think backing up Russell Wilson is probably the sweetest situation you could have. There's not a lot of pressure on Justin Fields to perform. He could really work on his craft, and Russell Wilson's closer to the end of his career than the beginning of his career. Russell Wilson might not be the long-term plan for the Pittsburgh Steelers. This could be his last year in the NFL for all you know. And paying him $1.2 million is worth the risk. So it seems like either Russell Wilson or Justin Fields will be the quarterback under center for the Steelers, but it seems like Russell Wilson will be the QB1 in Pittsburgh and Justin Fields will back him up. I think it's a great situation for Justin Fields. I said this in the video on Kenny Pickett. I don't know why Kenny Pickett would shoot himself in the foot the way he did. It sounds like the Pittsburgh Steelers are being very aggressive to make sure that they have stability at the QB position. It's either going to be Justin Fields or Russell Wilson, and I think those are both very solid options for the team. In terms of the compensation, this is a sixth round pick that becomes a fourth round pick based on Justin Fields' play time. So if Justin Fields does even play, I think it's going to be a situation where the Pittsburgh Steelers will start playing him in week 9 if Russell Wilson is performing that badly, because that way they give up a sixth round pick no matter what. And I'm expecting them to trend more in that direction, as opposed to giving Justin Fields the opportunity to start for them straight up at the beginning of the season. For the Pittsburgh Steelers, I give them an A+ for this trade. I mean, you have a player that at the very minimum is a solid backup for Russell Wilson. For Justin Fields, I give him a B for this situation. It's not as good as the Chicago Bears, and I'll admit, if I'm Justin Fields, I'm really pissed, considering the fact that he finally has a team with Keenan Allen and DJ Moore as his wide receivers, and you have DeAndre Swift and Cole Kmet. The defense is finally starting to come into its own as well, and now all of a sudden, this entire team was built for Caleb Williams, who they're automatically assuming is better than you, and for all you know, he could be better than you. I'd be pissed off if I was Justin Fields, but at the same time, you need to compare Justin Fields' situation to other recent quarterback trades. Trey Lance got traded to the Dallas Cowboys to be a third-string QB behind Cooper Rush. Kenny Pickett got traded to the Philadelphia Eagles to back up Jalen Hurts. And then on top of that, Mac Jones got traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars to back up Trevor Lawrence. These are all scenarios where you could assume that these individuals aren't going to be starting for the team, at least not anytime soon, unless some sort of injury happens. Out of all those situations, in terms of Justin Fields' career, he probably has the greatest likelihood of seeing the football field after week 9, of course, so the Pittsburgh Steelers could guarantee that they only traded a 6th round pick for this individual. Who's to say that Russell Wilson doesn't perform terribly with this offense? I'm not saying he is, but anything really could happen. At the end of the day, I love this trade for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I understand why the Chicago Bears made this trade. You don't want a rookie QB coming into this situation and then your entire fan base to be torn between Justin Fields, who they've started to grow an affinity for, and Caleb Williams, and then cause a bunch of distractions. The next thing you know, Caleb Williams is crying to his mom with his painted fingernails. I'm just kidding. The next thing you know, Caleb Williams is upset, and you know how emotional Caleb Williams can get. I don't think I could say if this is a good move or a bad move for the Chicago Bears. I could only say whether or not it makes sense for the Chicago Bears. In this case, it does. Would you have preferred to have gotten a 2nd round pick for Justin Fields? Most definitely. But in an offseason where clearly the compensation for quarterbacks wasn't really as high as previous years, If this is the best you could do, and you minimize distractions as a result of it, and you also put Justin Fields in a good situation moving forward, then why not pull the trigger? I think Ryan Poles has done an incredible job during this offseason. I'll say it again and again and again. A 4th round pick for Keenan Allen. I don't really know how much I love the DeAndre Swift contract, but it fills a position of need. You have DJ Moore and the 9th overall pick in the NFL draft, and the opportunity to select Caleb Williams #1 overall. I believe in this man's vision. He clearly knows what he's doing, and although this trade doesn't necessarily feel the greatest for Chicago Bears fans, I understand the vision, and for all you know, this could be the move that results in you guys winning a Super Bowl. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, especially if you're a Chicago Bears fan. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.